I used AI to make stands for celebrities. This is the third part of the series, so if you haven't seen the other two parts, be sure to check that out here. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know who you want to see next. I also think the third stand that we made at the end of this video is the best one, so stay tuned for that. First up, we have Marilyn Manson from this comment left here. You already know we gotta do the weirdos and the celebrities that might actually be stand users, so let's get into it. The stand name is Tainted Love. It's a mid-range artificial non-human stand that has the ability to manipulate and warp the minds of people that come into contact with it. It can also implant false thoughts and even memories into people around it and alter their perception of reality to fit their agenda. And as if that wasn't enough, it can also force fear into your body to the point that it just drives you to insanity. Yeah. It says it's a mid-range stand, but it got an A for range. I mean, I guess that's just how Jojo's is. The eyeballs around it is kind of crazy, but she's kind of bad. I can see this stand being recruited by Dio to go against the Stardust Crusaders easily. But knowing how experienced Joseph is and how he can see into the future, he'd probably find a way to outsmart this stand. Next up, we have Dennis Rodman, NBA legend and the weirdo himself. Stand name, The Worm. For those of you that don't know, that was his nickname when he was in the NBA. A close-range, natural, non-human stand that has the ability of body hardening. It can roll up into a ball and its shell becomes unbreakable while also being able to ram into opponents. Seems like a fairly simple stand on paper, but knowing how Jojo's is, it'll find a way to make it absurdly overpowered in every fight. I could definitely see it being used with some insane high IQ plays. Especially if you could use it to like put something inside of and then harden to protect it, or even put a person inside of it. And then you could kind of throw it like Star Platinum did with Iggy. That would be kind of crazy. And it also even got an A in speed, so it could probably just zoom around to get information safely and then report back and just, you know, relay all that information without taking any damage. I'm also terrified of any kind of bug or insect, anything like that, so I hate this design, but let me know what you think about it. But I could definitely see this stand being in one of the earlier parts, like 3 or 4. Last but not least, we have Kojima, which for those that don't know, he's the video game designer behind Metal Gear and that series. And some other stuff, obviously, but that's what he's most known for. Peak games, by the way. Be sure to go play those if you haven't already. Stand name, Metal Gear. A mid-range artificial humanoid stand that has the ability of weapon manipulation. It can be any kind of weaponry, whether that be military or even a Nerf gun if it wanted to, and it can also create, manipulate, and destroy ammunition. On top of that, it can even create new forms of unique weaponry and ammunition, so it can combine the strengths of multiple weapons into one. This is actually ridiculously broken because it can pretty much just put a switch on a nuke. So it can basically make a fully automatic nuclear bomb launcher if it wanted to. Think of like the Fat Man from Fallout if you never had to reload it and it could just hold down the trigger. And on top of that, he could even make it just look like a Nerf pistol, but the whole time it's a 30-round mag of nuclear bombs being shot out. On top of that, I do think that this is also the best looking design that we got in the entire video. Even the hair reminds me of Solid Snake. A+ design. That's it for this video. I appreciate it if you made it this far. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know who you want to see made next. On top of that, only like 0.5% of you guys are subscribed, so let's change that together. And I'll see you guys next time.